Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being with us. I really don't understand why you invited me here after I heard all of the speakers before me, and the strange fact that I found myself as the only one who is wearing ties. There is another one. I approached by at least 5 of the people asked me for drinks because only the waiters were wearing ties. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am the mayor of Tel Aviv. My name is Ron Huldai, and I'll try to give you a small presentation about my beloved city. So, good morning. I just landed from Tel Aviv, and I want to tell you about my city. And let's start with some numbers. Tel Aviv is the world's largest small city, only 52 square kilometers. It has 14 kilometers of beaches and 120 kilometers of bicycle routes. It has 220,000 trees, and every 2 hours we plant a new one. UNESCO declared us as a World Heritage Site thanks to 4,000 buildings in the Bauhaus International style. This style was born here in Germany and became part of our culture. By the way, another German culture influence we like very much is the Schlafstunde. Only 400,000 people live in Tel Aviv city, but Greater Tel Aviv includes at least half of the country. The city's population is extremely varied. We have the highest number of old people. At the same time, 1 of every 3 Tel Avivian is under the age of 35. By the way, the combination of old and new is a main part of our legacy. Even the name Tel Aviv means the past and the future. They are parts of the city that have been around for 5,000 years, and parts that are very modern. It is a city that celebrates pluralism and tolerance. We embrace everybody, Arabs and Jews, religious and seculars, Israeli and foreign, legal and illegal. We have one of the best nightlife scene in the world, 1,748 bars and clubs, 1 for every 200 residents. By the way, last week we were elected another election, the best gay city for 2011. This announcement made the people of Tel Aviv very happy. We are proud that everybody in Tel Aviv can be proud.
Not very happy, very gay.
And most importantly, this city has something very creative in its DNA, which make it the perfect place for startups. Tel Aviv is a startup by itself. It was founded 100 years ago, when 66 families of entrepreneurs decided to build a city on empty sand dunes. They dreamed of a garden city in a place that there is no water. They dreamed of a city of a future in the homeland of the past. In short, it was a classic startup. Big dreams, but small chances. Surprisingly, they succeeded. The founders of Tel Aviv had a vision and did not care about reality. They built National Theater even before there was a nation. They built an art museum in the mayor's living room. They even decided to speak a strange language that had been dead for 2,000 years, Hebrew. So they built a school called the Herzliya Hebrew Gymnasium, named after the founder of our national movement, Theodor Herzl. Everyone in the school had to teach and study in Hebrew. And guess what? Soon everyone in Tel Aviv and outside of Tel Aviv followed. The spirit of entrepreneurship became part of the city's legacy, and Tel Aviv quickly became country's financial center. Last week, we created over 25,000 new jobs. Tel Aviv is also the nation's cultural center. Over the past decade, we invested $400 million in 20 cultural institutions. Last month, we opened the new Tel Aviv Museum. Last week, we opened the new Cinematheque. And 20 hours ago, we opened the new National Theater. In a few moments, I'll get back to these projects. Ladies and gentlemen, I was not born in Tel Aviv, but rather on a kibbutz. My parents were also entrepreneurs, but they did not dream of making a lot of money. Their goal was to create an utopian society. They built a collective farm and were teachers. As a young man, I enlisted to the Israeli Air Force. I served for 26 years as a combat pilot and always dreamed of following the footsteps of my parents. When I retired as Brigadier General, I turned to the public education system and asked to be a teacher, but I did not have the qualification for being a teacher. So instead, they offered me to be the headmaster. So, guess, which school needed a headmaster? That's right, the Herzliya Hebrew Gymnasium. That is how my love story with the city of Tel Aviv, Yafo, began. After a few years as a headmaster, I decided to run for a mayor. The city was on the verge of bankruptcy, and today we are rated AAA stable by Standard & Poor's. We focused on management, on culture, on promoting creativity, and mainly, and this is the most important, on maintaining the city's value as the center of pluralism and tolerance. This is why the city is so significant. The project I showed you before are not only impressive buildings. What happened inside and outside these buildings is the most important. For instance, the gay community center that we built is not only for the local community. It serves every young teenager in Israel who has a question about his or her identity. Last week, I received an email from a gay Arab who told me how much he loves Tel Aviv. This type of emails is not obvious in a region that we are coming from. Tel Aviv today creates culture. Tel Aviv today creates culture. It sparks debate. It pushes you to think. Important political demonstrations take place in our main square. We have a major role in the Israeli democracy. And this is probably our main mission. The State of Israel has not yet decided what it wants to be. A nation of innovators and Nobel Prize winners, or conservative and extreme society. In this debate, Tel Aviv plays a crucial part. Today, Tel Aviv is a technological center. We have over 600 startups, research and development centers, and international companies like Google and Converse and others. We are the startup city of the startup nation. How we are setting ambitious goals? Now we are setting an ambitious goal to be startup city for you. We have a perfect ecosystem for innovation and a perfect city for young innovators. In 10 years, we want to be sort of a Silicon Valley for countries outside of the United States. We will develop more working spaces, more hubs, more academic programs. We even brought the DLD conference to Tel Aviv. The first, yes. Thank you for bringing the DLD to Tel Aviv. The first one took place 2 months ago, and the next one will be in October. Please take a piece of paper and a pen, because I'm going to share with you the most important thing you need to know when you come to the next conference. Take with you to Tel Aviv one pair of shorts for the beach, another pair of shorts for your business meetings, A laptop, don't worry about internet. We provide free wireless in the public space. Don't eat a week before you come. Our restaurants are amazing. And don't pack your umbrellas. You need them here in Munich, but not in Tel Aviv. Thank you. Thank you very much.